Okay, everybody, what's happening? So, yeah, these are going to be readings for most of the signs. I'm having technical issues with my laptop and my cell phone. Good Lord Almighty. So, we are going to get through what we can get through, but we're going to be starting with Virgo, okay? And hopefully, we can get all the way through Pisces. But yeah, God has blessed these readings for us. So thank you, Heavenly Father. If you want to book a personal with me, guys and gals, you should. Information is below this video. Alright, so I'm gonna timestamp so we know when I'm starting for each sign. So at the 50-second mark, we are starting with you, Virgo. Okay. So, yeah, let's get right into this. Okay, Virgo, we got the Two of Pentacles that came out for you. Then we also have the Nine of Cups. I like this guy. He's happy. He's content. He's got a wish fulfilled. So he's just like, yeah, just one more thing. We have Justice that came out, which is the major arcana of Libra. The Three of Swords, and then the last card. Oh, last cards are going to be the Queen of Cups, and I'm going to take this Eight of Swords with the Queen of Cups, okay? So they'll go together. The bottom of the deck, we have the World. So, okay, you've attained something here. Some kind of change in your status is about to happen with all this stuff for you, Virgo. Yeah, you know, it's something that's probably been a longer process, but you know, you made it to the end, and because you did successfully, you're going to get some accomplishments and rewards and acknowledgement. And you know, I kind of think of the World card as when you end a book. You know, you've read all the chapters and you know the full story and it was great and you're enlightened, and now it's time for you to find a new book. Maybe it's a different genre, different author, you know, whatever, but it's time for you to move on. You've completed what you needed to complete here. So starting with the Two of Pentacles, had your hands full. You know, there's even though there's some change here going on, there's harmony here. You've been busy doing maybe work things and personal things, family things, which is great. You know, a lot of people wouldn't be able to handle it the way that you have. So though it's been busy, you've been keeping a nice steady flow, because even if you look in the background, the ocean back there is smooth. It's smooth sailing. Yes, your hands are full. Yes, a lot is going on, but you're handling things with ease. So you know, I think it's good, especially with whatever this accomplishment is. Maybe it was a lifelong goal or something that I say, you know, you kind of been working at. Most people would have struggled a lot more. You just kind of breezed through it, honestly. Looks like, seems like. Now, with this Nine of Cups here, like I say, just happy, content. Things may not be everything that you're wanting, but you're about 95% there. You know, this is like emotional and physical fulfillment, where, you know, like he's just waiting on one more thing. The Ten of Cups is him with his wife and his two kids and a dog and a white picket fence and their house. You know what I mean? So he's basically got he's got all the makings for the next step. And so that's you. Whether you're married, in a relationship, dating, single, employed, unemployed, whatever your status is, I feel like, yeah, you're pretty much there. You know, I wouldn't stop just yet, because you still got, you know, that 5% to go. But I feel like you're feeling really good about life right now overall. You're feeling like you've achieved some things, and yes, there's a few more things to go, but for the most part, you're over the difficult part of it. You know, now you're moving into the real, like, smooth sailing. Justice, major arcana of Libra. So you're protected here. I like when justice shows up, because it's usually, you know, the scales are weighing in your favor. You know, you've done something that was upright and honest and true. And so because of that, you know, now when things have to be looked at, you will be looked at with a favorable outcome, because you did the right thing. Now, if justice was in the reverse, then you'd probably be guilty, you know, and in debt, but that's not the case here, you know. So it's like you got some real good juju coming towards you because you did it right. And sometimes people think when nobody's looking, when they think nobody's looking, when they think nobody's paying attention, that they can just kind of do it however they want. But listen, somebody's always watching, somebody's always listening. You're not ever just by yourself. Even if you think that, you know, you're skating along, you're not. There's somebody watching, and because of that, you know, Virgo, you have done the right things. And so people who were watching, they're like, okay, Virgo's gonna win for this because they did it, and they did it in a way that is very what's the word I'm looking for, is stand up, you know, in a way that was very justified. Okay, now this Three of Swords is coming in to kind of shake things up. This could be some kind of delay though. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a heartbreak necessarily, but it is something that I think maybe you have history with. Like maybe one time it kind of hurt you. The second time it kind of hurt you. But the third time it's not going to hurt you no more. 3 strikes and it's a wrap. So whatever this is, you know, you kind of learn the lesson. I don't think you learn it in the most difficult of ways, but you just learn it in a way that's like, okay, I'm not doing that no more. You know what I mean? Kind of karma will show you, listen, I'll show you this. This could be the 300 of swords, and it's still going to be the same outcome. So you don't need to keep repeating this. Now, the Queen of Cups is coming, and I really like her because she's very warm, she's very loving, very friendly, and she really does have your best interest. So sometimes she won't tell you everything just because she knows you're not ready for it. Or even if you are ready for it, she's trying to protect you in a way that you can't see or understand yet. So something here, and this could be somebody you're dealing with, it could be you. It's like she knows so much, but you can really trust her because she won't ever tell the secrets. You know what I mean? She'll tell you what you need to know to keep yourself protected, but she's not gonna, you know, like snitch on nobody else and tell you somebody else's business or anything like that. She's not messy. Now you got this 8 of Swords here, so this is kind of like, I feel like whoever this Queen of Swords is Queen of Cups is, may feel a little bit bound because of the information that she does know. It's like maybe she knows that somebody is in prison, or maybe she knows somebody's stuck or having some kind of mental issues or whatever. And if she told you that information, it would make a lot of sense to you, but also she doesn't want to expose that other person and what they're going through, their struggles. You can see it if you're paying attention, but you may not be able to identify it, right? So it's one of those where it's like, yeah, and maybe this is you, you know, maybe this is you, Virgo, apply it how you can, but it's like, kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Even though you're not, the best thing to do is just keep your mouth closed until the time is right, and you will know when the time is right, when you need to share this information or whatever. But yeah, this is one of those, you know, also too, if you don't really kind of know what to do, excuse me, if you can't see the path quite clearly, just wait, give it a beat until you can, because your clarity will come. Your time will come when you will know, okay, this is when I need to speak up or move. And until then, just wait it out. Okay, be patient, which you have such a great skill with. So that's what I got for you, Virgo darling. I hope that one blessed you. Let us move on here now to Libra, and we're starting Libra at this point. Perfect. Okay, Libra darling, what's going on? Well, that's going on. And so, yeah, how you doing? This is going, wait, what? Oh, come on. Who has time for this madness, guys? So listen, the reason why I'm even doing these readings like this, these all-in-ones, is because I have been having the darndest of technical issues today with not only my laptop, but also my mobile, my cell phone. So there you are. Hi. So yeah, this has been a day where I've been presented with some challenges. It's all good. You know, it's all good. We just gotta do what we do. Yeah, so apply this reading how you can. Okay, my darlings? Yeah, let me just get into it right here. And see what's going on with you, Libra. See what's going on. We got the Knight of Cups that came out. All right. You might be romanticizing and fantasizing about leaving. For real. Leaving a job, leaving a relationship, leaving some kind of circumstance that, you know, I think you are more so, seeking happiness and peace. And maybe what you're in is not really giving you that right now. So it's like, I can see that the grass is greener somewhere else. So let me go ahead and hit it that way. You got the Ace of Swords that came out. And then one more for you, darling. We'll take this Queen of Cups. Okay? She's been coming out a lot today. So right here we have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. So Judgment is basically like you being aware of why everything has had to happen the way that it's happened. Judgment I really like because it's that card that it brings you a second chance. But, you know, a lot of times, you know, sometimes we wish we could redo things. If I had known then what I know now, things would be so much better. Well, that's what Judgment does. Judgment gives you a second chance knowing what you know now. And you can use it as this thing repeats itself. So you really have an advantage because it's like you're aware now. You realize that, I've been through this before, but now I'm better because I have because I have the experience and the knowledge. So this is your ascension. This is your time to really level up because you got some experience, some really valuable experience. So yeah, this Knight of Cups, he's all about love, really sweetheart. Somebody's very confident, could be you. But this Knights usually represent travel. And then the very next card is travel, the Six of Swords. So I feel like, yeah, like I was saying, romanticizing, thinking, daydreaming, fantasizing about better in love, in life, in your career, in your health, in your finances. Just like you can see how things could be better. So really praying about how you can get there and doing it in a way that is gentle for you, that is gentle for your family, basically gentle for everyone involved. Like you're not moving on out of spite's sake, you're moving on for betterness, and it really will be better because this Six of Swords situation is just too chaotic. It's too unstable. It's not like the worst kind of situation, but I just feel like a lot of you are ready for a new life. You're ready for newness. You're ready for things to be more stable, more secure. And the way things have been are just like, you know, sometimes when you're too good of a person, not even too good of a person, but when you are a good person and you're in the wrong circumstance or situations, you just kind of stand out like a sore thumb. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, you really don't fit in where you are because other people just aren't good. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that they're bad, but it just means that you are very, very, very different. And I think that's what's going on. And you're starting to get, you know, some signs and just nudges that you're, not that anybody is better than or less than, but you don't need to be where you're at. You need to be someplace else that's much better. So the Six of Swords is you recognizing that and saying, okay, let me take my necessities. Let me take the things that I've learned and that I've gained and really move on because, you know, where you're headed to is the sun. And this is your luck. The sun is like, sometimes people are like, man, if I move on, am I going to be happy? Am I going to be successful? It's a 50-50 crapshoot, right? But for you, Libra, this is absolutely confirmation. You will be so thankful that you moved on because you're being liberated from limitation. You're too big to be kept in this little small space. It's like a whale in a pond. It don't fit. It don't work. A whale needs to be in the ocean so that it can swim, so that it can go here and go there and not have any limitations. And so once that whale, which is you, gets in the ocean, I mean, it's endless possibilities. It's much more happiness. It's like you can go here, you can go there, you can find your place, you can create your own place that is perfectly fit for you. So that's where you're headed. And I just feel like the timing in which you make this move is going to show you immediately that you were absolutely right in deciding to go when you left. Now this Ace of Swords is coming in, and this is you. So this is like, you know, your mind is very, very, very strong. You have real clarity about what you want, what you don't want, where you want to go. Things, you know, sometimes we wrestle in our mind, like, is this the right decision? Does it make sense? Is it logical? Is it ABC? You know, is it orderly? Is it moving, you know, in a way that is progressive? Yes. And I feel like your mind is absolutely confirming that. Like every thought you think about this makes sense. Not just, you know, emotionally, but like if you were talking to, you know, the most learned people or the smartest people that you know, they would agree that absolutely, Libra, that's a great plan. Like I couldn't give you any better advice because you've thought it all through and you're clear about it. And that a lot of times is what makes all the difference. Sometimes we're wishy-washy back and forth, but I feel like with whatever this is, it just pierces your mind with such a great force. You couldn't be wrong, and you're not. So this Queen of Cups is coming in. And like I say, just very warm, very loving female. This could be, you know, if you're male or female, whatever. It could be your wife. It could be your mom. It could be some kind of, you know, family member. But she knows a lot, okay? This could even be representing you. You just apply it how you can. She knows a lot, but she keeps it to herself. And the reason is because, you know, sometimes you just don't need to know things. And she realizes that sometimes it's not anybody's business to know, but whoever is involved. And so she doesn't really like to tell other people's business because it ain't their business to know. You know what I mean? She knows so much, but she keeps her lid closed unless it's absolutely imperative that somebody needs to know something. So you can trust her. She's very friendly and open. She's one of those, you know, she's not stupid. She's just forgiving. So no matter, you know, if you've told her before, I don't care, I don't want to hear nothing, and then you come back like, can you please help me? She won't say, you fool, you dumbass, I told you. You know what I mean? She'll be like, okay, don't fucking try to play me like that again. But she'll say that to you every time. You know what I mean? So you don't take advantage of her, but she will always have your best interest at heart. So whoever this is, you know, I find at the end of this, you run into her and she's just kind of been watching you the whole time. Maybe she told you a long time ago these were the moves to make, but for whatever reason, it wasn't time or you didn't listen. You know, she's not going to hold it against you, but she has been watching. And so you're going to run into her again. And when you do, you may owe her some thanks. So make sure you thank her. All right, Libra honey, that's what I have for you. I hope this one blessed you. And we are going to move this reading straight into you, Scorpio. What's up, Scorpio? What's going on? All right, darling. Let's get into this. Apply it how you can. God has blessed it. Okay, I've just been running into some technical challenges today, but you know what? We're moving, we're doing it, we're grooving, and it's all good. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on with you. We got the 7 of Pentacles. All right, let's see what else is happening. We have the 9 of rods, which is the 9 of wands. So, okay, you're working, you're trying. It's not been the easiest. You got the Lovers here, which is the major arcana of Gemini. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Or maybe you have Gemini in your chart somewhere. You have the 5 of Cups here. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. And then you got the Page of Rods. Well, this should brighten disposition. The Page of Rods. You also have the Seven of Wands. Good gracious, Scorpio. Yeah, this is not easy. Whatever it is that you're going through, I feel like it's challenging. No doubt. No doubt. And not only challenging, but yeah, you're in competition. It's just kind of a lot. You know what I mean? It's kind of a lot, and it's taking some time. This could be something that maybe shouldn't be taking as much time, but for whatever reason, it is. And so you're really kind of having to stand your ground. You're really having to fight for it and stand on your principles and tell people who may be opposing you or who may be trying to compete with you that this is yours. You're not going nowhere, no matter what disappointments happen, no matter what battles, no matter how long it takes, you're here and you're not about to give this up. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. I tell you that much. It's really, I feel like you're being challenged in at least two different ways, where there's two different people or two different circumstances. They're not just letting you have it. They're wanting to take it from you or wanting you to explain why you're so dedicated, or just, you know, kind of putting it to you. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn. So yeah, this Seven of Pentacles here, you're just trying to cultivate, you know, you're just trying to make it happen, whatever it is. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not the Seven of Pentacles, it's the Eight of Pentacles. I can count, okay? But yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, he's created his discs, his pentacles. He's almost ready to, you know, be done with the project, but he's not quite. He's putting the finishing touches on it. It's taken a long time. He's had to not deal with people and not hang out with friends, see very little of his family, because this project is so important to him that it's like, just let me focus, let me do it. I can't really do other things right now because I got to finish this. And so people might be like, well, you don't talk to me anymore, you don't spend any time with me anymore. It's like, it's not about you, it's about me and this project that I got to finish. So back up and let me finish. You keep interrupting me, it's just going to take more time for me to do what I need to do. You know what I mean? So kind of having to stand on that, like, people just don't understand. And that's probably because you're so present. You know what I mean? People know you're very reliable and you're loyal and they can depend on you. So when you're taking time to do your work or do your health or do your finances and not focus on them, and not that they're being stingy or selfish, but it's just not maybe like you. So they're questioning you, and it's like, oh my fucking goodness, give me a break. Because you got this Nine of Rods, which is, you're almost done. You're like 90% there, but you're not quite there. And you know that there's one more thing you're going to have to go through before this thing finishes. So it's you want to be done. You want to hang it up. You want to, you know, it to be complete, but there's just something more coming before you can really take off your armor, take off, you know, a day or something like that, where you can just kind of get back to normal. This is you having to really stay put for just a little while longer, and you're equipped, you know this, you have the tools that you need, you have the energy and all that too, but I feel like you'd rather really just be done with this already. So the Lovers, you have some kind of decision coming. You know, the Lovers do represent Gemini, which Gemini are the internal twins. So it's one of those decisions where it could be like, you know, logic over emotion. What are you going to choose? You know, and I feel like for you, because you are a water sign, it would be best if you go with your intuition, what your spirit is telling you. This could be, yeah, sure, a romantic thing. It could be, I feel like though for a lot of you, maybe it's not about so much love and romance. It's maybe more so about this project and what you've been working on. Because, you know, you might be feeling like, okay, damn, I am spending a lot of time away from my family. I'm spending a lot of time away from the things that I love and cherish and value, but it's also because of the other things that you love and cherish and value, like your career or, you know, your finances and things like that. So you might have this kind of decision to make where it's like, okay, are you going to focus more on love and family? Or are you going to focus more on your career and your project? Like, you know, let me just remind you, it doesn't have to be a choice. You know what I mean? Yeah, you will be presented with a choice, but maybe you can continue to do both. And, you know, you just got to tell people, whoever is in your life, look, that you know I'm not normally like this. This is the circumstance I'm dealing with right now. So, you know, the ones who love you and will understand will be there. They're not going to go nowhere. And the ones who don't, well, okay, fine. But you kind of need to be selfish here. You have this 5 of Cups, which, you know, there's some bitterness here because there is a loss. You know, you had 5 cups and you lost 3. And so now you only have 2. And like I was saying, you know, this could be about some people falling away because you're choosing you instead of them. And so they're, you know, having issue dealing with it, but that's them. That's not you. You still need to forge on and move forward with completing your project, your task, whatever it is, because God gave you a life, and your life is not just to serve other people. Your life is to serve Him and you. You know, you have a say in your life. You have importance in your life. So whatever people are trying to make you feel like, especially if it's like some guilt or something like that, don't let that, you know, stick with you too long. If you end up losing friends or contacts or whatever, those people were not for real in your life anyway. And thank God that you did lose them. You got this Page of Rods coming. Like I say, this is your good news. This is some kind of invitation that I feel like definitely snaps you out of this, you know, forlorn feeling because of some things that you lost. This Page of Rods is probably just that 10th rod you've been waiting on. Like, you got the 9 of Wands, you know something's coming, and then here comes the Page of Rods, like, I'm here, we're complete, here you go, you did it, congratulations, yay, let's celebrate. You know what I mean? This is some news that it's very important. And I think it's going to really kind of ignite your passion, and where you're like, oh, praise Jesus. I've been waiting for this rod for so long. And finally it's here. And so it's like, just as soon as the people who leave, it's like you get the thing you've been waiting on. So they really fucked up because they left at the worst time. You were so close and they didn't know. Just being totally selfish. They didn't care either. So they won't get to see your reward. They won't get to share your reward neither because they left. So screw them. But good for you, you know, good for you. That's a good thing with God, you know, trouble and all that. It don't last always, you know, you just have to go through some things sometimes and you come out so much better for it. So I'm proud of you. Stay strong, Scorpio. And that's what I got for you, my darling. Now we shall move on to you, Sagittarius. Yes, we shall. Sagittarius time in the house. Okay, y'all. Let's get into this. Yeah. Fire hand again. There you go. I see you. I sure do see you. Now, yeah, I'm not even gonna explain what's been going on. I mean, you can watch the start of this video if you really want to know what's been going on, but let's just get into your reading. Let's just do that. What's this? We have the Three of Earth, Three of Pentacles that came out for you first. We have the 6 of Rods, which is the 6 of Wands, and that's your victory. So maybe even thinking about career change or something like that. And if you have been, then, you know, this is your confirmation that, yeah, it's looking very favorable for you. You got the Empress here, which is half Taurus, half Libra. We have the 2 of Swords that came out. And then the last card for you, darling, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, all right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. He was upside down because when I did Libra's reading just before yours, the cards just spilled all over the table. So I thought I put them all up right, but guess not. Anyway, with the Magician, hun, yep, you've got all that you need. You know, you can really make things happen that will not only benefit you, but it'll benefit your world. Maybe even the world, but certainly that within your immediate circumference. So yeah, you know, you can really make some things happen quite magically right now. So if you're thinking it, if you're praying about it, if you're trying to manifest it, do it. Use your mind, use your heart, use your materials, use your physical assets to make things that you want happen, and they'll happen. They'll be a success. You might even be kind of shocked, or hell, even a little bit scared, like, whoa, I thought about that and then I made a phone call and boom, it happened. Like, whoa. So yeah, it's looking like that for you right now. You have this Three of Pentacles here. So yeah, you know, I like the Three of Pentacles because, especially in your career, or if you're looking for a job, this is you having very good reputation, a very good reputation. People are talking about you in places and areas that you aren't even aware of, you don't even know, and it's very, very positive. It's saying things like, okay, you know, we're very interested in Sagittarius. We want to know more about them. We want to work with them, you know, asking about you, getting referrals, and all of them coming back very, very positive for you. Like, this is your reputation preceding you. Like, before you even get there, once you get there, you're like, hi, I'm Sagittarius. It's like, oh yeah, we know who you are. We've heard about you and it's been all good. We're pleased to meet you. You know, that kind of thing where you're like, well, look at me. Look at me go. So I think that you will be getting some guidance, you know, spiritually speaking. You know, you might see angel numbers, or you might see feathers, or, you know, you go to apply to a job, or you go to an interview or something like that, and the person you meet with, you know, you went to school with and you used to be their tutor and you helped them get straight A's, or something just really synchronistic like that, where you're like, wow, God, thank you so much. It's like the good you do really coming back to you, especially in the career sense or in the financial sense. You need a loan and you go to the bank or whatever, and it's, you know, your family member, your long lost cousin who you were always super close with, but they moved away and now they're back and you didn't know, and they're the bank manager or something like that, where it's just magical, very magical. So yeah, it's looking really good, especially here with this Six of Rods. This is your victory. You know, this is you being really put on a pedestal. This is people loving you, people appreciating you, people cheering for you, because the thing is, Sagittarius, whatever the situation is, people know that you've really fought for it. They know that you worked very hard, that you really didn't take any shortcuts, that you fought the good fight, that you were honest, that you were straight up, that, you know, you tried to make this happen. And so therefore people are very happy because they realize that, you know, when you're hopeful, when you go after your desires and you do it the right way, you get the outcomes that you want a lot of times. Not all the time, but a lot of times. And so for this time for you, yeah, it's like you win. People are really looking up to you and saying, you know, I choose you, Sagittarius. So the Empress is here. Okay, this could be like a mom figure, whether it is your mom or not, but she's somebody who, really looks out for people that she loves. She's got an abundance of everything. So whatever you need, you go to her and you ask, and she's like, here you go. And you're like, oh, wow, that was nice. You know what I mean? You might have not even asked. You might have just been talking about it. And she's like, oh, I have that. Here it is, you know, or be, you know, at this address on this day at this time, and it's exactly what you needed or something like that. So this Empress is coming in, you know, also very fertile. So if pregnancy is, you know, something you're hoping to attain, she is showing up like, oh, you want that too? I can help you there. So she, though, you know, she's also a woman in command. Her husband is the emperor, and, you know, they rule that empire. So she knows how to get what she wants, whether she snaps her fingers and it's there, or she just tells the right people and she makes it happen. So I feel like, you know, whoever this is going to come up for you and really be supportive of you, you know. So that magic, making that magic happen. She's like, I'm here for you. I know. I've seen you too, and I've been pleased. What am I doing? I've been pleased with what you've been doing. So you have the Two of Swords here coming up. And this is like, you know, sometimes both decisions look the exact same to us. They both look good, you know, so it's about having to kind of trust our instincts. Maybe you might even need to ask other people, you know, whatever this crossroads is, whatever this decision is that you're facing, because you might be having a difficult time deciding. This would be a great time to talk to the Empress, or talk to somebody that you know, trust, and love, and say, hey, if you were me in this situation, what would you do? And give them the straight up, honest, you know, truth. This decision or this path looks like this. That path looks like this. Knowing me, what would you do? And let them kind of help you make those decisions, because I think if you listen to your instincts, you already know which path to take. But sometimes, you know, when both are equally looking as good, it's like, do I know which path? So reach out to people who you can trust, and they'll help you. Queen of Pentacles coming in. She's very, very, very intelligent, but she's also about order and efficiency. You know what I mean? She's one of those who, you know, the Queen of Cups, she is a natural psychic. She just has that emotional IQ and depth to know. She can sense it. She can feel it. It's there. The Queen of Pentacles is similar, but hers is learned. She's studied. She's read books. She's been to school. She's sat and talked with scholars and scribes and, you know, the smartest of the smartest to get the wisdom and insight that she has. So while it's not natural, it's still legit. You know what I mean? So she's that kind of energy. This could be somebody you're working with, somebody you meet. She has all of it, but hers is learned. And so because it's learned, she's also a really good teacher. So this could be somebody for you who comes in and kind of teaches you her blueprint, her path, so that you can have success too. She's definitely a lover of beauty, art, poetry, fancy things. She's very generous. So if you need, kind of like the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles is going to be the Empress someday. She's just gotta, you know, maybe a few more years before she gets there. But yeah, you got two very strong feminine energies here that are most willing to support you, Sagittarius. You just have to ask, okay? So that's what I got for you, darlings. I hope this one blessed you. Guys, like, subscribe, share, and I will talk to you soon.